Hi, my name is Anusha. Welcome to Anusha HQ, and we are going to break down Scapegoats. Scapegoats is about being discarded by society and allowing yourself to feel anger that arises out of despair. I wrote Scapegoats when I realised that convincing people to do the right thing was fruitless. I spent a lot of last year creating content about masking, about the connection to certain genocides and how we have been through these moments, whether it be the HIV epidemic, whether it be smallpox, whether it be the Spanish flu, whatever it is. I try to connect the dots for people and show them that there are certain behaviors that will protect your community. What I then discovered is that people are so invested in capitalism that they will maim people knowingly in order to get that small amount of dopamine, that small amount of capital, and continue on with their lives, no matter what ends up happening to them, because it's not like they're not getting sick too or being unaffected by this. So the long and short of it is that the despair I felt, the sadness I felt, the mourning I was going through, I went for the next stage, and that next stage was anger, and Scapegoats was born. The song is simple. I love the fact that it's quite stripped back compared to what I usually do. I do love a bell, I do love a whistle. But what I do love about this song, it's very matter of fact, straight to the point. I think the one thing I said when I was making this song is I didn't want this song to capitalize, and I don't want to say take the piss, because that's not what I'd ever do in a song for something this serious. But what I wanted this song to do in particular is to mean something to everyone. I wanted this song to mean something to someone who's disabled, someone who's trans, someone who is outside of the imperial core. I wanted the song to be for sort of everyone, but at the same time, and this is going to sound really contradictory, I wanted the song to be for a specific group of people. Like, if you're maiming people and not wearing a mask and bitching about being sick, this ain't for you. If you fail to acknowledge a genocide, this song ain't for you. And I was really intentional about that, and I think I did that. So I'm really proud of myself for how this song was created. I find being a black girl in the sort of alternative scene, it is hard to get people to take you seriously and think you're good. And I know that sounds quite self-deprecating, but it's nothing to do about my talent. It's more to do with the fact that people don't see you as a good investment, so they will just ignore your call outs, or they will promise something and never deliver. But ultimately, yeah, I found it really hard to find people to help me out with Scapegoats. And I had all the bits mapped out, but I just wanted someone to get the crux of it, which was the bass. And without Semi, I would not have made the song. It wouldn't have come together in the way that it did. So thank you very much for being here, and thank you for continuing to talk to me and just giving me that boost. Go stream their song. It's called Survival. It's out now. I also want to thank Ryad for doing the drums. Oh, the drums, like doing drums when you are COVID safe is a whole other like job, basically. And they literally got equipment to help me do the drums from home. So I am so fucking thank you for Ryad. I also want to thank Dean from Weak at the Knees. They did the production of the song, and again, they sort of took all the different components, glued the song together. I also want to thank Dante for doing the guitar. I remember that the guitar got done this time last year, and it's so weird doing music stuff around Christmas, because even if you don't celebrate Christmas, which is another day to you, it's like everything gets a bit slower and a little bit janky. And I was kind of emailing like, please, can you do these guitars for me? I heard your guitars and you're really, really good. And Dante took my nonsense and did the guitars, and we wouldn't have the riff of Scapegoats if it wasn't for Dante. They are so good at guitar, and I'm so grateful that they were part of this project. I don't know how to be. I only scream through screams. Hopelessness lingers as I try to change the world with my fingers. Now you say we're a threat, so you can forget the bodies that lay cold. You watched it unfold, unbothered. I wanted the song to be, I don't want to say an anthem because that's corny, but I wanted it to be sort of a rallying cry. Like, I wanted it to be something that people can just roll off the tongue and say. I don't know if you've heard any of my other songs. A lot of my songs tend to be wordy and metaphoric and have loads of similes, and I use loads of imagery. There's imagery in this song, don't get me wrong, but this song in particular, what I wanted is I wanted it to be matter of fact. I wanted it to be relevant and be poignant and to hit you. You better kill our scapegoats and get back to what you know. And it's almost like we're taunting you. Like, this is the last thing you hear before, we start the revolution and do something to you. Ooh. What I wanted to do is be even more poignant, right? I wanted to be like, yeah, you enjoyed that song? Great. The song's not for you. If you were one of the people that I mentioned earlier, like, this was the bit where I start shaving off the top and being like, this is what's actually happening in our society. And I don't know what inspired me to do that, because it just kind of happened. It felt really natural. It didn't feel like I was waxing lyrical or trying to be pretentious. I just wanted to talk, and it becomes sinister. Like, again, this is a threat. This is not just me writing a poem about how things are shit. This is what's happening in society, and this is what you're doing to us. Guess what? Because we're coming for you. Crawl up the walls to chew the crumbs of capital. Step on the throats of the weak. Their voices hoarse, easy to ignore, and no remorse for us, the downtrodden. Originally, this song was going to be called The Downtrodden, but again, it felt a bit pretentious. You can listen to Scapegoats on all streaming platforms. That's Spotify, Apple Music, Bandcamp, Tidal, and here on YouTube. Stay tuned for more videos like this coming out in the new year, and stay tuned because we're doing a lot of lives before we end the year out. So appreciate you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and like I said, thank you for being here at Anusha HQ.